Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Saray from Saray Plans, and in this video series we're going to be doing some home organization. Specifically, I am going to be tackling my office slash get ready bedroom slash craft room that serves so many different purposes that often gets out of hand, and I haven't really dedicated the time to set some systems and processes that are going to help me keep an organized room sustainable for the long haul. So that's really where I'm going to be focusing today. I'm going to be breaking the organization into a mini series. The reason for that is because each area of the room has a specific purpose. So things like the closet, I'm going to be tackling. The desk and bookcase area, I'm also going to be showing you some additional storage, as well as like my makeup station. The first thing that I'm going to start with is going to be the closet. It is a long overdue, and I have some great ideas that I am thinking might work for long-term organizational sustainability. So I hope that you are as excited as I am to get organized, and perhaps maybe you can get some ideas or even give me some future ideas as soon as I show you the finished product or how I'm doing the organizational piece. So join me in this organizational process. Here is an idea of what the closet currently looks like. There is really no rhyme or reason to this organization other than just like having like tops, some cardigans, sweaters, some dresses, or some special occasion clothing over to the left. As you can see, it is sort of like a smaller sort of space, and just things are getting piled up and just nowhere to be really placed for sustainable. I do have some labeling, which I do like, and I'm going to just revamp some of the labels and revamp some of these drawers as well. And then I have as a result, everything sort of just spills out, like my bags that I rarely use spills out on the floor, or they're left to be hung here on the doorknob. I really want to get a much better system here that I can have a more sustainable closet space with much more organization. So this morning, I am heading to the Container Store to get some bins and some drawer organization system and some supplies to get this under control. All right, so I have made it to the Container Store. I have my mask, I have my measuring tape, and I already have an idea of the measurements. I took the time last night to just sort of draw out some things and what I currently have and some things that I'm envisioning as well. So I think I am ready to go out and pick some stuff out. Okay, so I am finally back home. I spent about an hour and a half at the store and pretty much got everything that I need in order to organize this place. It's about 2:18 right now in the afternoon, and that's because we had to run a couple of different errands, but now I'm back and ready to focus on this closet. I have a cup of tea and I'm ready to go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to start to trim down things that I no longer wear or I rarely wear, and start to really get rid of those things that I'm just not going to keep. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Okay, so out of all of the things that were hanging in the closet, I am getting rid of all of these things. They are going to go in the donation pile and I'm going to drop them off tomorrow or one of these days this week. Next, what I'm going to do is go through the drawers and do the same thing. So just trim down whatever I'm not using or I don't want to use. Okay, and this round I was a little bit more ruthless. So I'm getting rid of a lot of just old stuff that I just hardly wear, or they're just too old and they need to be updated. So these are more like loungewear items, and I usually just use my pajamas when I'm lounging around the house. So these can go. So next, I'm going to be tackling all of the stuff that is up here. It's just a lot of miscellaneous items, and I'm just going to start going through it and getting rid of whatever I no longer use. And once I'm done, then I'm going to be ready to start reorganizing things and replacing these drawers. Many of the things that I just went through are part of the summer stuff. So I'm going to start getting the bins and start putting things away by season that I'm not currently using at this time because we're in the fall, but that I do want to keep for next year. Boy, I'm out of breath. I have to keep going up and down the stairs to grab all of these things. So I got, for the seasonal items, I got these deep sweater bins from the Container Store. I'll go ahead and put pricing and all the things that I got in the description section, so be sure to expand that. But I'm thinking I'm going to be using these bins, and they have lids that go with them like this, and they're clear, and then they will be labeled to put on the top here, and I can stack them one on top of another. So I got a total of 8, and there may be seasons where I do need to get 2 bins per season, like 2 bins for summer or 2 bins for fall, depending on how much clothing or the volume of the actual clothing item. So I just got a total of 8 just to make sure that I had plenty. I may or may not use all of them for now, but as my closet grows or gets rearranged, that's something that I'm definitely going to be using. So the first thing that is going to go on the bins is going to be, or inside the bins, it's going to be all of the summer items. Those are like the no-brainers. Summer can go in there. Okay, so far I have 3 bins that I've put together. This one contains all of the special occasion dresses or tops and bottoms that I rarely get to wear, especially now. And those were all hanging here, taking up a lot of room. So now they're just up here. If I do have an event or something coming up where I do need any of these items, I'll just take it out a little bit of time ahead. And obviously I would know ahead of time that I do have a special event, so I can just take it to the dry cleaner, get it all straightened out, and it'll be good to go. The other 2 bins are both summer clothes. One is like more like summer dresses or even summer work clothes that I'm just not gonna wear because they're either short sleeve or just too thin of fabric. And then the top one, it is summer shorts, bathing suits, and summer hiking gear. One of the things, there's a few things that I love about these bins specifically, and they are smaller than like your typical storage bin that you find even at the Container Store or even Target. I love that these are smaller, so are a little bit more compact, but they're deep and you can hold a lot of items in there. So I'm really excited about that. The other thing is that they are great to stack, and even here I don't have like a ton of room to stack them directly because of the frame, but I can always put them side by side and then just stack them on top of one another. So the 2 summer clothes right there are stacked right now. Okay, next I think I'm ready to move into the drawer system to replace the drawers that are down here and get that organized with having all of the things folded in there. so the drawers are in place. Now I need to start filling them up and maybe rearranging this system. I just placed it here. However, I thought I had come up with it at the store that would work, but now is the moment of truth because it's how I'm going to be using it. So all the stuff that was in the other drawers are gonna go in here, and let's see how we can get it organized. Okay, so a lot of the clothes have been placed in the drawers and in some of the compartments here. So now what I'm going to do is to start putting away some other big stuff. So like the purses that I want to keep but I don't use, I think they will fit nicely in one of these big sweater bins that I use for up there. So that should do it. So let me get to that. All right, so I am getting there. Pretty much most of the things are already put away. They're in the bins, they're in the drawers. I have some temporary labels so that I know where things are, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make some more permanent labels. The next thing that I'm gonna do is to transfer some of my jewelry to this space, and I want to see how that works out. So currently my jewelry is kept in this over the door hanger, which has a mirror, and then it has this space for jewelry. But the problem with this is that you can't, it's not very user friendly for folks that have a lot of statement necklaces like I do, which tend to be pretty chunky. So therefore I'm unable to actually close the door all the way. So I've never been able to close it. So it's great if you have very small, dainty jewelry, but if you have big pieces, then it's just not going to work. So I'm going to think of a different system here. Okay, so I was able to move the bulk of the jewelry into these trays, and I'll show you a little bit closer look as soon as I am done, and I'll walk you through it. And then I was able to just leave some of the smaller items. I still have to rearrange some of these, but like I do like this because it does have space for ring storage or earrings and just the smaller necklaces. But the bulky ones are going to be over there, but this will work out great. And then I'll go through it in a little bit later to organize that. And the last thing I think I'm going to do before I'll just do some general tidying and do the labels is to now organize all of the clothes. I'm going to organize them by category and then by color from rainbow colors. So that's what we're gonna do there. Okay, so all of the clothes are organized by category and by color, and that opened up a lot of room just reorganizing everything out of the closet because now I have a ton of extra hangers. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace the hangers and just make them all the same color. So I'm going to go with this black suede type of hanger so they're all uniform, and then I'll get rid of the other ones that don't match. So it is 8:30. This project definitely took a lot longer than I thought that it would, but I am so happy with the end result and I cannot wait to show you. I am super happy about this space and just having a much more organized closet. I cannot wait to just use it and just have a place for everything moving forward. So this may change in terms of how everything is arranged now, based on how I need to use things, etc. One thing that I was already thinking about is maybe moving the bags and the purses boxes maybe down below, just because they're a little bit heavier. I definitely don't want to have all of that weight on there. And you know, just move things around. But that is the beauty of this system, is that everything is so interchangeable and movable. Didn't really talk too much about these bins. Well, I got them at the Container Store. I believe I mentioned that, but they are awesome. They come out really smooth, and you're also able to purchase like different types of drawer dividers, or you can also purchase this brick. It's from the same brand. These brick containers, which can also be divided and customized to what you need. The label holder as well is part of the brand. So this is called the Like It modular drawer system, as well as the Like It brick organizers and the labels. This is what the brand looks like. So I have some extra labels here that I'm keeping just in case I do get additional bricks or I rearrange certain things. Lastly, this video was not sponsored by the Container Store or anything like that. I just love this system and the versatility that it gives me. I took a lot of inspiration from the Home Edit, specifically around the organizing of the clothes that I used to do before. Not exactly like that, but then I sort of went away from organizing my clothes in that way. So now everything is organized by category and then organized by color in a rainbow order, which I think is pretty cool since I love rainbows. Last thing that I'm going to do to customize it a little bit more, but I'm gonna probably do that in the next few days, is to actually create different dividers to divide each section, so that I know, like, this is the cardigan section, or this is the t-shirt section, or not the t-shirts, but like the blouses. That way I have those dividers, which will go right in here. They did have some dividers at the Container Store, but they were meant for the much thicker rod, which I don't have here. So I'm just gonna come up with a solution for that. But in the meantime, this is working very well so far. Thank you so much for joining me in this video series of organizing my home, specifically my closet organization. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments section. And stay tuned for the next organizational project in this room in a different corner. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.